How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Cattleson here, and we're getting into another episode of Good Omens with episode number 3 of Season 2. Really enjoyed these first 2 episodes. That sets things up really, really nicely, of course, with the whole Gabriel situation, or Jim, as we're calling him, for the time being. But yeah, it's been really, really great stuff. With last time, we took a bit of a trip back down memory lane with Job, played by the Fifth Doctor. So yeah, it was kind of cool. Well, not just the fact that we had Peter Davidson involved, but Job's son Ty Tennant, of course, son of David Tennant. So yeah, we had the family together in the last episode. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff, of course, in regards to exploring that side of things with Aziraphale and Crowley, especially with Aziraphale coming to a bit of a worry about how fallen he is given the circumstances of the last episode. But yeah, it seems like Aziraphale is going to take a trip up north, a long way up north, of course, with the record leading to Edinburgh. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where things go with this episode. So why don't we get into episode number 3 of Season 2 for Good Omens? Let's go.
Obviously not. Save where it intrudes on my girl's welfare and quality in life and coffee.
I think there's a matter of concern, really.
Nice.
Oh.
Somebody's got a sense of humour or an interesting kink. Either way, puts a smile on people.
Did you? Really? Oh, wonderful. Well, you're right. I am one.
I am an officer, a human officer.
How can I help you?
Well, sir, as you may know, as a human police officer, I can unobtrusively monitor you without raising...
This is a human police officer who's just popped in to have a quick look at a cup of tea.
Hello.
Tell me, Constable.
Inspector.
Inspector. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Inspector
I love her.
That's my name.
Of course it is. Together the other night.
That's how you lot measure miracles. How many times they could have brought someone back from the dead. I'm very much afraid that angel out there will establish very quickly.
Hey, it has a nice ring to it.
About the miracle in question.
Right, well, we just need to get Nina to do the love thing with Maggie. One fabulous kiss and we're good. I have a plan.
Yeah, because it's going to be that simple.
Well, we humans of Earth have a saying. You can only tell if people are in love by waiting a few days, because humans are weird.
Buying time. Nice.
Yes. I knew that.
Well,
because I'm a fellow human.
Ask me if you have any other questions about love, Inspector Constable. I'll just be here helping.
The Supreme Archangel himself.
So now it's a weeping angel of Gabriel.
Depressingly accurate. It's definitely Gabriel. It's uncanny.
Don't take your eyes off the angel.
Probably comes in a
Patch is where me and my pal sleep. You alright, wee Morag? Never better, Hen. Never better. Just trying to keep wee Morag and me alive, and it doesn't hurt anyone who isn't already dead. So shove your morals in your arse.
Yeah,
Mr. McSpell.
This is gonna be a bit of a difficult topic, isn't it?
The lower you start, the more opportunities you have. So
Tell that to her.
All the opportunities because she's so poor.
That's lunatic.
No.
I mean...
Terribly well together.
You realise I can feel when you drive the Bentley under the speed limit?
I'm sure you can't.
I can. So put your foot down.
He has a connectivity like the Doctor with the TARDIS.
Yellow. It has never been yellow. It is not going to start being yellow now. Change it.
You've redecorated. He doesn't like it.
If you don't change it back right now, I'm going to start selling people books. In fact, I might even give some away.
Stakes high. Stakes are high now.
A day when nobody sends you to the dung pits or rips out your tongue for talking to... Am I talking too much? You're gonna rip out my tongue again?
Again.
Don't care, just be quiet.
Right.
Beelzebub is just feeling underappreciated.
Seemed like a good idea when we were all talking about it. So
I don't think Azira... Well, then again, he did redecorate the Bentley, so...
Goes down.
Except for flies, they go up.
Yeah, what is this? What is that fly's deal?
You don't want to think about washing your hands. It's going to be all the rage in a few years, I'm telling you.
You're a funny one, mister.
Oh, doctor. I'm not a surgeon.
Of course, doctor.
Doctor! Oh my god, really? Really? Come on! This is deliberate. I love it though.
Yeah. Something smells rather... People pay good money for a nice set of gnashers.
Get this disgusting mess out of here.
You did this, didn't you?
Just an unexpected blessing.
Maybe? Oh...
Seriously, though. You cannot possibly think it is the best use of my time to be sneaking around in graveyards in the wee small hours, risking grave guns and the noose instead of teaching and studying and saving lives.
Oh.
Is why we need a steady supply of cadavers. We need to cut. If we can't cut, we can't learn. If we can't learn more,
We
a
can't
lot more.
kill.
And how on earth are we going to win the battle against monstrosities like this one? I'm just trying to save lives.
I mean, this is the grim... I mean, this is, I guess, what had to be done, really, in... Yeah, in the olden times. It just wants a way forward in terms of, like, healing and saving.
By any chance, among those present...
Listen, I serve hundreds of people a week. I'm not going to remember some...
Maybe you will.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's a good picture.
Okay. I remember him.
Was he alone?
Boom.
Oh, no. Who was he with? Oh, I don't know. Just another mason.
A mason?
Well, he's...
Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh shit!
The hiring of the grave gun had alerted them.
Oh, she's... Oh no, I have a bad... Oh my... No! You just sent them to hell, okay? Holy shit, that's a long way down.
Slightly overdone it on the whole.
Slightly? There was no way of healing her. Oh no. Oh, Aziraphale's gonna feel so much pain.
I should let her rot in the ground while I starve. Is that what you'd have me do, Mr. McPhail? Because it's certainly
I mean,
No, of course not. I just... it's a bit different when it's someone you know, isn't it?
I mean, it's, like I said, discouraging and not really comfortable, but...
She didn't even want to be in that grave.
Yeah! May as well, I guess.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
It happens. People die.
They do, don't they?
Bottle of good wine with the proceeds. Gin's faster, wine's fancier.
God.
We can all toast
Oh,
to Morag.
no.
Toaster.
It's just wrong.
That sounds like a good...
Is he,
Your flower of scorn
is he hammered?
When will we see your likes again?
Yeah, I'm small, aren't I? Okay, I can do this.
Oh my god! Oh, I had a feeling he'd overshoot it. Oh my god! I'm sure Scotland is gonna see this, and yeah.
90 guineas. That should be enough. Give her that.
Oh.
She is going to be shot by a grave gun or hanged.
It's either that or she dies. You just give her the money.
But what am I going to do with 90?
Well, they'll surely have noticed downstairs. You just did a very...
I mean, he did just shoot to the skies. I'm sure heaven knows as well. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh and there you go.
I was to see of Crowley for quite...
In disgrace.
Oh.
And then he killed himself.
Oh.
And they named a pub after him.
Humans, you can't let yourself get too attached.
No, no, I suppose not. You haven't actually been selling any of the books, have you?
Not a one.
Oh, good.
Two.
Clue?
Yeah.
Blessings be upon you. And your phone.
Oh, he fixed it!
And Twitter and Grindr, whatever they happen to be.
Did you like it better the other way? No.
Wow.
You have no idea.
Oh, we're gonna have the moment. Oh, we're gonna have the moment. Oh, we're gonna have the moment. Something's gonna happen though, right?
Yes, it's working.
Oh! You may have overdid it.
And the dead will leave their graves and walk the earth once more.
Oh
And
no.
there will be great lamentations.
Go on.
Every day it's getting closer.
Oh shh.
What are we talking about now?
Go away.
He's in there.
No, that's just new book smell.
I'm surprised you haven't popped in for a quick poke around.
You know I can't step over the threshold.
Oh, shame I can't invite you in.
If any harm comes to Aziraphale because of this, I will.
Yes?
My heart.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's too late for that now, isn't it?
He will rip heaven and hell apart.
It's always too late.
I love that though, when he's like mentioning about the fact that if any harm comes to Aziraphale, he will essentially rip heaven and hell apart. Yeah. Oh man, but that was real. Another great installment there. So, yeah. Crowley just not having the best of times, temporarily looking after the bookstore and trying to get Nina and Maggie on the same page, but yeah, what he could have done was make sure it rained everywhere else apart from the little thingamabob, the little roof. Because I think they nearly had a moment, and then, yeah. So, but yeah, I also really found the situation of, you know, going back into their past and about the whole, I guess, body snatching element. I found that very, very intriguing, especially given, of course, the well, not just the difficulties of the pull, but also how that doctor was, you know, aiming to research, going into very, you know, iffy terrains, but that's what he it's not something that he was, I guess, comfortable with. So yeah, but interesting stuff. So yeah, we're continuing to have a fantastic season of Good Omens. It's just been remarkable, and yeah, this episode rocked. I really loved, of course, going back into Edinburgh, you know, back way, way long ago. And not just that, though, but there came a very interesting story about those two girls who were stealing bodies. And, of course, it was a very, very... I don't know, it was a very, very deep story in regards to, especially Aziraphale, you know, not seeing everything as black and white in regards to certain circumstances like stealing bodies. Usually it's frowned upon, but then he gets a bit of clarity in this episode, which is, you know, obviously it's not something that is usually, you know, taken to, I don't know, it's not something that is usually, you know, comfortable to acknowledge. But, you know, you had them two girls just barely able to afford anything, really. And even one of them was like, you know, this is not the way, really. This is not something that I approve of. But it was also this case of, there was nothing else we can really do. It's one of those situations where you get your hands dirty, and it's not really something that makes you sleep comfortably at night, but it does keep you alive, and that is a really sad circumstance. So, but not just that, though. It wasn't just, of course, keeping these two girls alive and, being fed and all of that, and not dying of any kind of illness. And it is a very, very, it is a very, very powerful subject to touch upon, because, like I said, it's not something that you can sleep comfortably at night, and it's not something that, you can really feel, you can really just glance at. It's still something that's like, okay, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's something that, we'll just accept, but yeah, you get the idea. But there was also that situation in regards to that person who was, of course, paying those girls, because he didn't do it for kicks or anything. And again, lies another very powerful subject to tackle, because he revealed about the fact that he is trying to utilize this to advance medical procedures and all of that. So I really thought it was very, very interesting to go into the whole situation in regards to taking these bodies and all of that. And usually it's frowned upon, but they're not doing this in a very, like, both that guy and those two girls, they weren't doing it for shits and giggles, or they weren't doing it to be macabre or anything like that. They were doing this for the greater good, I guess you could say, in a sense. The greater good to keep those two girls alive and well and healthy and not die of some illness. And for that guy who was using it for medical procedures, it was a way forward to try and have some medical breakthrough and all of that. And even he seemed pained about the whole situation of going through this whole situation, because it, like I said, it's not a very, very comfortable subject to digest into, really. Accepting these bodies that these girls are being brought in, and him studying these dead bodies. It's not something that you could just do instantly as well. So he has to, it's a I scratch your back, you scratch mine scenario. He's paying them and giving them healthy, he's trying to get them as healthy as possible. Of course, not to the levels of the extremely rich and all of that, but something that will keep them alive, at least. And in return, she can help that person. They can help that person, should I say, those two girls. They can help try to save more lives at the end of the day. So this is all for the greater good in the end. It's not something that is, it's not something that we can just shrug off or anything, but it is something that is effectively used to try and save other lives. Like he went on to that subject about the he went on the subject about that kid with cancer and couldn't save him. So Dalrymple, I think he was. Yeah. It's the way of trying to break it down into syllables and all of that. Dalrymple. Okay, yeah. But yeah, he did point out about the fact that he was trying to save that kid with cancer, couldn't. But he hopes that this whole situation, taking these bodies and examining them, can be a way forward to make sure no other kids die of cancer or whatever. It's a sad circumstance, but if we can have these medical breakthroughs, we can save more lives. So, and that's what Aziraphale felt in that moment, where he was like, oh, and it's very interesting because, like I said, it's not a situation of, it's not all black and white, is it? Like, usually, okay, you hear something out of context, like, oh, someone is just stealing the deceased, they're not letting them rest in peace. Yeah, it's usually frowned upon, but we're getting deeper into the situation, and Aziraphale has a bit of understanding about why this situation is done. It's not, you know, a situation that is comfortable 100%, even if there is reasoning. But the greater good is there for those two girls. They get to live as healthy as possible. Not healthily, but the alternative is them, you know, becoming ill, dying. I mean, one of them did, but that was a little bit of an accident. But it just keeps them alive, if anything. It's not glamorous, but, you know, during those times, there was a lot of jobs that were not glamorous or whatever. But this really does, of course, steep into that moral, you know, ambiguity. Because, like I said, out of context, stealing bodies, yeah, there's one reaction to that. But when you get deeper into the story, it becomes a lot more clearer and a lot more understandable, and that's what Aziraphale picked up. So, yeah. And good on Crowley, though. I mean, yeah, it was a bit unorthodox, of course. You know, not just gaining the attention of Hell, for sure, but you know, he transformed into the... And it's very, very funny because, of course, with Crowley, he is a demon. So it's like this big demon in the sky. Of course, the little girl thought none the wiser of the whole demon aspect because, you know, he's not your stereotypical, you know, red devil with horns and all of that. But as I imagine that would be the case back in those... Like, I guess that would be the case. He wasn't monstrous or anything, but he did tower over her. And, you know, he did encourage her to live your life and all of that. So, of course, he did threaten her. So, yeah, but he also made sure that Aziraphale paid her really, really well to live in a more healthier direction. So she wouldn't get to a point where, yeah, she died. Because that was her intent, to join her friend. So, yeah. But that was really unorthodox and I really loved it. But like I said, the whole Edinburgh flashback situation was really great. As well as the moment where, of course, we saw Crowley try to look after Gabriel, like as if he was a little kid. So, yeah. And then he had that moment, which was very ominous. So... obviously, with Hell being involved and them, having a bit of an inkling about Gabriel, still none the wiser about Jim, but yeah, they have a bit of an inkling. And then Gabriel comes out about this doomsday situation, you know, spouting about the dead. So you know that's all well and good. But, yeah, things are definitely getting a bit closer, so, yeah. But he, of course, you know, with the declaration of war being placed on Aziraphale and Gabriel sending this very, very ominous warning about the dead rising, it is, and we're at the halfway point, should I say. It is getting really, really concerning and obvious. And I feel like, obviously with the matchbox, it was more so a statement, you know, to the higher ups. So Hell got involved, like especially, I feel like with the Resurrectionist, that's where he lost his memory. Hell, demons were involved and all of that. They probably baited Gabriel, and that's where they got the jump on him. And obviously there's the Fly as well to keep and you know, I joked about Fly Spy, but yeah, especially if Hell has an inkling about the fact that Gabriel is there. So yeah, but I assume that they jumped him at the Resurrectionist because of course there came this information about the fact that you know, Gabriel was there. He was with someone, probably a demon. And that's where this whole craze happened. And of course, the song is more so a trigger, and not just a trigger for Gabriel, but also it's part of the whole doomsday thing that Gabriel spouted at the end there. So yeah, but can I just say though, Crowley looking out for Aziraphale at the end, like if anything happens was like, it was, of course, you know, he's not going to let anything happen to Aziraphale, but the shipping heart is there, so I loved it. I really, really loved it. So, yeah, he will rip heaven and hell apart if Aziraphale is harmed in any way. So, and that is just really, really wholesome. So, even if he redecorated the Bentley, yeah, that was a fun bit as well when Aziraphale tried to play coy. So, yeah. But speaking of playing coy, of course, we had Muriel arrive. And I gotta say, I loved that moment. I love Muriel so much, okay? She's amazing. But I really loved how Crowley was just, you know, he knew that she was shit-talking. It was just so fun to see him just, like, watching. Well, it was so fun seeing her try to play things off and you know, try to make sure that Aziraphale and Crowley were complete. Well, bought her story and all of that, but she wasn't getting anywhere. But it was still kind of wholesome, wasn't it? So, yeah. But you had Crowley just knowing that she is stumbling, and yeah. So it was great stuff. But yeah, another great episode with things ramping up now that Gabriel has said that dark omen, of course, about the dead rising, about this tempest, yeah. So yeah, it's looking great, isn't it? So it's all going to kickstart in Edinburgh with that graveyard, isn't it? So, but yeah, the dead rising, that's really, really great. Hell has decided they've had enough of Aziraphale shit and they want to invoke war, so that's great. But yeah, really, really great stuff. And of course, things are getting a bit closer between Maggie and Nina. And I think because we're getting more into Nina's relationship, and it does seem a bit, yeah, I mean, like I said, in episode 1, I did see the texts and all of that, as I mentioned in my 4th section, because you're not going to get them all in one go. So I made sure, okay, I want to see what all of these texts said, and I wasn't getting a comforting vibe, but we're getting more into that relationship, and yeah, the signs are blossoming further for Nina and Maggie, and you know, had the roof not caved in, maybe we would have had a moment. So yeah, I think, you know, Crowley overdid it a bit, just saying. So yeah. But no, it was a really solid episode that really delved into the moral ambiguity way back in Edinburgh all those years ago, especially with Aziraphale not taking too fondly of the body stealing gimmick at first, but yeah, you know, some people still think it's, you know, it's shitty either way, but at the end of the day, like I said, for Aziraphale, it's not all black and white in regards to what is good and what is bad. Like I said, out of context, stealing bodies, bad, but he got a bit of an understanding about why they were stolen. Like I said, still a bit of a sensitive subject. Well, sensitive subject might not be the right way to describe it, but still a bit of a iffy subject. That's a better way to describe it. But it's not done out of, you know, it's not done for nefarious means. It's more so benevolent means and a way forward for those who are suffering. Because that guy was trying to, like I said, the aim was, let's try to mitigate any more illnesses by doing these practices and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really loving season 2 at the minute. It's been superb. So yeah. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying my time with Good Omens Season 2. So it's been awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!